Hello, my lovelies. I hope you're all well. This is an interesting story because what we're talking about today is a trans boxer that was knocked out by their opponent in only 21 seconds. Now, trans people competing in sports is nothing new, but what we're normally hearing about is mediocre male athletes who transition and then want to compete against women. But what we're talking about today is in fact a biological woman who has transitioned to calling herself a man and is now competing against men in boxing. And as you can see from the title, they were knocked out in 21 seconds by their male competitor. So let's have a look at this story. It's not every day that we see female athletes competing against males. Yeah, it's normally the other side. As we usually see males competing against women, this story is why. A biological woman named Patricio Manuel was knocked out in under 21 seconds after competing against a man in a boxing match. Now, they have previously won a few fights, but from what I can gather, their opponents were not exactly on equal terms with them, on equal footing. So it seems that they were given easy fights. So you can see a picture here of Patricio. You can see the scars from the mastectomy procedure that they've had done. And they transitioned in 2015, I believe. So a trans-identified female boxer lost a bout on April 4th to a biological male fighter. And let's just spare a thought for the male fighter that this person was fighting. Like, I get that these sporting bodies have gone woke, right? In a lot of cases. In a lot of cases, the sporting bodies have been very, well, you know, let's just be kind and let everyone compete. And it's like, yeah, but you have to think about the competitor. Like, from the side of letting biological males compete against women, obviously they have a natural advantage over the women. So that's not fair. But this is also not fair because you're forcing a man to punch a woman in the face, basically. And like, that win is not going to feel good to that man, is it? So they were defeated in just 21 seconds. According to Breitbart, opponent Joshua Brian Reyes delivered a knockout blow just 21 seconds into the fight at Fantasy Springs Casino in Indio, California. Of course it was California. Manuel, born Patricia, began transitioning in 2013 and had undergone full transgender surgery by 2014. Manuel sports a beard and tattoos, but was no match for Reyes in the ring. Competing as a female, Manuel was a 5-time female amateur boxing champion. So they were a very, very good female boxer. And they were even going to be in the 2012 Olympics for the US team, but had to bow out after an injury. So Manuel had won 3 fights in a row leading up to the bout. I'm not one to hide my face no matter the outcome. I lost last night, they wrote on Instagram. But it has transpired, right, that all footage of this fight has been completely wiped from the internet, which is very interesting, isn't it? Because I would imagine that had it gone the other way and Manuel had won the fight, that it would not have been scrubbed from the internet. So there's a very clear agenda here. So they continue, I trained my arse off, had great sparring, cut no corners, but sometimes stuff just doesn't go your way. It's a risk we all take when we step in the ring. It's what's exciting about boxing and almost the most heartbreaking. But I refuse to bow my head in shame. I've never been one to play it safe, and sometimes that means I fail. And life has taught me over and over again that failure will not break me. Thank you to everyone who has been and hopefully will still be in my corner. And yeah, I mean, I feel really bad for this person. I would say that they are probably a genuine trans person. There's an awful lot of, I believe, fake ones online, and a lot of very confused, mostly teenage girls who think that they are trans men when in fact they're just autistic lesbians, as the statistics seem to show. What makes the story more unique is that Manuel has competed against men before and won. She does not appear to be acting with the same motives as Leah Thomas. Well, no. But that does not mean she should be allowed to compete against men because it affirms her feelings. For her safety, this should not be allowed. Yeah, because, you know, she's not gone through male puberty. She does not have the bone density, the muscle mass or anything. Obviously, she will have gained some muscle after being on testosterone for so long. But, you know, there are things that happen in the male body during puberty that do not happen in the female body because we are inherently different. People have already gotten seriously hurt because of this. Tamika Brent's got her skull broken. Yes, we all remember that. Fallon Fox breaking her skull. Being inclusive is not just an oxymoron, it's dangerous. 100% agree. So anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Do you think that women, biological women, should be allowed to compete against men? Because we know that they have a physical disadvantage, but I personally don't think that they should be allowed to compete with men because I feel bad about the men that are being forced to fight them. But let me know your thoughts and I'll see you very soon.